Anesthesia. Documenting medications. If the drug is in your to-do list, you can action these directly from here. If not, you will need to go into documentation and choose medications, and then find your medication between the various subgroups. In my example, I'm going to use the drugs that are already in the to-do list. So I'll choose the drug I want to administer and click on Edit. You can use this pop-up window to specify how you administered your medications. So from the top, you'll see the name of the drug and the standard concentration. The word new indicates that this is a new administration. Then you have the option of choosing between a bolus and an infusion. So any drug can be given as one or the other. You have the standard concentration that has already been built into the system. Then you have any diluents. If you plan to dilute your medication, then you can do that here. So for example, if I make up 100 micrograms of fentanyl in 10 mils of saline, I would choose this and choose 10 mils of saline. You'll notice that it's combined the volumes together to ensure that it's made up to 10 mils. If you untick product, now you'll see 100 micrograms in 10 mils. So it'll then use this concentration when you're documenting the rest of the drug. I'll revert this back to the standard concentration. Below this, you have the timeline with which you have a circle indicating at which point you'll be documenting this. So you can grab and drag this time if you wish. You can also adjust the time by using the up and down arrows on the time field. Then you can specify the dose you're giving, either by the amount of drug you're giving, by the volume, or on a weight-based dose. You can change these units by clicking on them. It gives you the option to choose different units if you require. So I am going to give 2 mils, and it's already worked out that that's 100 micrograms. If this was a diluted solution, it will do the same and it will calculate how many micrograms are in the volume that you specify. Below this, you have the option to specify the route of administration as well as the site of administration. You can leave a comment as well with every single administration. Once you're happy with this, click on Execute. As soon as you do that, you'll notice the fentanyl has now appeared on the drug chart, tells you the total amount given, and it places a dot on the chart to indicate where it was given. If you would like to give more doses of fentanyl, right-click on the timeline where you would like to administer it, and choose Add Fentanyl Administration. Again, you have the word new, indicating that this is a new documentation. You have the same information as before, but this time you have a different timeline and the circle indicating a different time. So I'm going to give 50 micrograms this time. Click OK. And now you'll notice that there are 2 entries for the fentanyl and a cumulative total of the drug you've given so far. You can go and edit any of these entries if you wish. So double click on them, and then you can make any changes. You'll notice that because I've opened an existing record, the phrase new doesn't exist. If you'd like to remove any of the documented doses, you can do so by right-clicking on the dot and choose Remove. Confirm, and that documentation has now been removed. As another example, let's document metaraminol. I'll find metaraminol on my to-do list. Click on Edit. You have the concentration of 10 milligrams in a ml vials. I would like to dilute this in saline. So I want to choose saline, 20 mils. Untick the product so that the total volume is 20 mils. So it's 10 milligrams in 20 mils. I want to give a bolus. I can specify how many mils I'm giving. So I'm going to give 1 mil bolus, which is a 0.5 milligrams. I can indicate where I'm giving that dose by adjusting the timeline and click Execute. As you can see, metaraminol given intravenously, I've given 0.5 milligrams here. If I was to give another dose further down, I'll right-click, click on Add Metaraminol Administration. It's defaulted to what you gave last time, so you can change that if you wish, or you can give the same again. So I want to change that slightly and click OK. As you can see, that's done there. In another video, we'll look at how to document medications as an infusion.